Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to show you guys how to make this cute little folio here using a cereal box. So if you could, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. Okay, let's get started here. So what it is just a little trifold, and I got this cute little journal in the front here, and I have a video on how I made this, and then this one has a fun little tag that comes out, and it's got her face on it, so I thought that was cute. So a little journaling tag, or however you want to use it, and then it just slides right back in. So that one's on the front, and then inside of it, I'll show you real quick. It's just a cute little journal. It's got some ephemera in there to play with, some cute little things, a little die cut butterfly, some craft paper, some hand dyed onion and avocado dyed papers, and magazines, and Rit dyed papers that I do with my tie-dye. So I threw that in there, and just some fun journaling stuff. And then some more stickers, a little journaling card or tag, some vellum, and just some more journaling spots. So it's got a bunch of little things shoved in this cute little mini journal. So I have a video on that. I will put that down below. Okay. And that will be on the front of this. And I'm going to have this in my Etsy shop. And I just loved this material. It's got the butterflies and just some wording throughout, and it's just really pretty. Little teacups and birds. Okay, so, and then I just did a little seam binding to tie around it, and then it's just a trifold like that. And then we put a little signature in it with some fun stuff. Some fun things. Whoop, that's stuck together. Okay. And then I got this tag right here, just a big journaling tag. And I put it in backwards like this because when you close it, it's the front of it, so you can see the front. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're going to be making today. And it's pretty simple, fun. And we do a little bit of sewing, but you don't have to. You don't have to sew if you don't want to. And you can use paper instead of fabric. You know, do whatever you want. And all right, let's get started on it. Okay. I'll put this over to the side so we can refer to it. Okay, so what I have here is I opened up a big old Chex box, just cereal, and I used the other side to do this one. So you could do two journals out of one box. And I just opened it up, and I'm just going to cut off all the flaps on it to start with. So I'm going to just get the flaps cut off. All right, so I got all the flaps cut off from around it, and I want you guys to keep the middle part. See that this is like the back part of the box. Excuse me. And this part is going to be the part that we fold up to do a pocket. So we can have the pockets here. So we're just going to keep that. So yeah, that's how we're going to do. Okay. So first of all, what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and just get it folded up. Make sure you guys can see. And I'm going to do this in 3 sections. So I'm going to do sections of 4 because that's just what I decided to do. I mean, you could do however many you want. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it put down. I'm going to open this up. I'm not going to glue anything together yet. I'm just going to go like that. Make sure you guys can see the whole thing. Okay. Like that. And then we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put my ruler here. Go like this. Okay. And I'm going to get my, I don't know the name of this. I still haven't found out what it is. It's a seam maker, I guess, a fold maker. It'll make it so I can put where I want to put my fold. Does that make sense? So I'm just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's just got a little ball at the end of it. So if anybody knows the name of it, I would love to know that. But it just makes your little crease here so you can fold it. So I'm just lightly just making a fold, or so it can fold. So I just do that. Keep my ruler tight where I want it, and then just fold it like that. Okay. And then get out your bone folder here. Just make sure it's lined up, top and bottom. Okay. Then you get to find out if your cereal box is straight or not. There we go. I'm just lining it up and pressing it. Okay. Whew. My workout for the day. Okay. And let's do it again. So we got that one the way we wanted it folded. And we're going to do the same thing. And just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Come. And then I am just going to do the same thing here. And then just take your little tool here and just go like that. There we go. So then you're just going to pretty much do the same thing here. And take it. I'm going to go on this side of it. And then just fold it up. And then I just kind of line it up. And then just take your bone folder and press it where you want it after you get it lined up how you want it. And as you can tell, this is a Christmas Chex Mix, or Chex cereal, because we like to make the Chex Mix. It's so good. So addicting. Good Lord. Not the best for you, but it's the holidays, you know? You could cheat a little. Okay. So now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And just go ahead, go to there with it. And I'm just going to cut that off. Yep. Because I don't need it. And like I said, you could do these any size you want, however your cereal box is, if it's smaller or bigger. This is like a family size box, so I think it was a little bit bigger. Okay, and then just make sure you have everything how you want it. Okay. There we go. Okay. And what I did last time is I glued this down, or I sewed it. And it's worked. It seemed to work. And then when I got to this part of putting these papers on the back here, I just went ahead and cut it a little bit longer and slid the paper down in there with the glue on it and did that. That seemed to work out. So I think I'm probably just going to do the same thing, because it did work. Or, you know, just don't glue this yet, but I want to put the fabric on it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with that the way I did it. I mean, you could put the papers on now, if you wanted to, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just, yeah, because it's easier just to sew it down now. So what I'm gonna do is go like this, because there's different ways, you know, you could do things, whatever you're more comfortable with, but I'm gonna go ahead and set this. And I kind of like how you could see the wording through it. You could kind of see, like this one has the word Hallmark somewhere, right here. It says Hallmark Channel. I don't know if you guys can see that. It was on the box. See that right there? How it comes through a little? So I think that's fun. I like that. That you can look behind it and go, oh, what is that? And you can kind of see the wording just on the cereal box. Especially with this material, it just kind of seems like it's supposed to be there and you're like, what? So I like that. I think it gives it a lot of interest. Okay. But it's up to you. I mean, you could put thicker, you could do thicker material if you want, or put some batting underneath it if you want to make it thicker. I just think it may be harder to fold it. Once you have too much material, it's kind of hard to get this folded, you know, because they always want to pop open. So that's up to you. But this is just the batting, and you know, if you wanted to use like a batting in between, or you can use flannel or just thicker materials if you don't want to see the wording. Or you could just take some manila envelope or some paper and just put that down and then put the fabric on top if it's thin. So those are options. Okay, different options. Now what I like to do is go ahead and go like this. Then I can see where I'm at with the edging, because I like to leave a little edge all the way around. Just like that. And what I'm using today is going to be Fabrifix. And it bonds fabric, lace, leather, trims, and more. So this stuff is great. And I'm going to turn it and glue it. So I'm just going to take some glue and just kind of, and if you don't want it to seep through, like if you have thinner material, either make sure you just finger smush it around to smash it around, or I like to take the lid, the nozzle, and just kind of go like that and just kind of smush it around and just do that. And I'm mainly just going kind of in the middles here because I'm going to sew all around the edges, and that secures it on. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that and just get some glue and then turn it over and put it on. All right, so I want to show you guys what I did real quick here. So got it all glued down, went around and cut around the edges to about just at the top, like 1 millimeter, and at the bottom. And then you can even have a little more on this side because this will be the front. So you can have a little hang in here, and then we could fray it too. I like that look, like this, just like the frayed look here that you can get. Okay, and what I did is I made sure, and I just cut the edge here. I just cut it off because you don't want a lot of material hangings because it'll fold back and look weird because it's in the middle. So what I did is I cut enough here, like I'd say 1 millimeter before the fold, just about here, just so you have room to fold over. And then it's not, your fabric's not folding up and you're, you know, it's just easier to fold it. So I went ahead and did that. Okay, now I'm gonna go to my sewing machine and I'm gonna start and do a zigzag stitch all the way down each fold like that, and then I'm gonna zigzag all the way around, and we'll go ahead. You know what, that's not what I did. I just did this last night. So what I did first, because I want the stitching on here, down here, is I put the papers. So we're gonna go ahead and take our papers that we want on the pocket and glue them down. That's what I did. So I got my fun papers here. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is go ahead and measure this to size and put that one here. And then what I'm using is just walnut stain. So I'm gonna go ahead and the oxide, and I'm just gonna ink around the edges before I put it down and stuff, and I'll show you guys in the time lapse. But So I'm just measuring these to size like that. And then I'm gonna take, you know, one of these like this and go like that. And then I'm just gonna piece it together and get them glued down. So that's the next step. All right, I want to show you guys what I did here. It had green showing from the cereal box. So I took my scissors and I kind of just shredded it just a little bit to get the green off of there. And then I took my ink and went like that. So that's a good way to cover it up. So like if there's a little green, you can go like that, make it white, and then, or whatever color, you know, and then there you go. Little tip and trick there. Okay, and then I hung over just a little bit with the paper, just a little hangover, because then it won't show the color underneath, and you could sew that together. So I'm just inking around it. Whoop. Going crazy here. Just doing ink here real quick, and then I don't know if you guys saw. I'll show you again. Okay. What I did is for the crease here, where you're going to go ahead and fold it, is I just went and just did a fold on it, and then took my bone folder here like that, and then you can even take her and get the crease right there. I mean, some paper folds and creases are okay. Or if you want, you guys could cut them to each section perfectly. You could do that too. I just didn't want to do that because I didn't want too much color showing through it. So, but that's however you want to do it. So I'm just kind of just creasing it down where I want it. Okay. And there we go. Now I'm going to go to sewing machine. And I mean, see, and this is a good time now. If you want, this is what I was talking about. We can go ahead and put the papers down now. We could do that. Let's try it. Let's try it like that. It's just last time I went ahead and sewed it all around, and then I met, because then I knew where the stitching was, which it's, you know, it's just right on the edge here where the stitching is. And I just lined it up like that and slid it into the pocket. But this would be an easier way to do it, is before we even sew the pocket. And there's different ways, you know. So we could just do this, but I'm just going to give it at least 1 millimeter around, because I like the stitching showing, and we're going to go ahead and ink all around the edges. And yeah. So let's just do that then. Try it a little different than the way I did it the first time. Because they're, you know, as long as the job gets done. As long as it gets done. Okay, so we're going to go cut here. And then, like I said, you don't have to go all the way down with this, because you could save this part of your paper, you know. So you could just go like that, where the pocket goes, and then just go down like a 1/2 inch or so. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. And then, yeah. Okay. So just go ahead and we can just do it now. Probably easier. Sometimes I make things harder on myself, you know. Okay, and it doesn't have to be. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today and getting out your cereal boxes and seeing what you got around and going, oh, I can make a folio out of that. That'd be cool. Because I just have tons of like just food boxes that I've kept, you know, cereal and like, you know, pot pie boxes is probably what I'm going to do next. I got some like chicken pot pie boxes and stuff that I avocado dyed. Because the inside's white like this, so I went ahead and avocado dyed it and got those ready. And I'm thinking of doing something with those. So just things like that. I mean, you just got to kind of, no pun intended, think outside the box. Boxes come in handy, you know? Instead of just looking at your, taking your food boxes and just throw them in the trash or recycling them, you can recycle them this way by making something fun for somebody or for yourself, you know? Something useful. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this one, and then I'll do the rest in a time lapse. So I'm just making sure that I have like at least 1 millimeter all the way around. About like that. As much as you want to do. Okay. And then, well, the thing is if we're going to do that, let's go ahead and let's ink now. So now the thing is if you think your ink is kind of dried out, I just like to take water and do a little spritz, especially for doing this, because I need a lot, because if you could see, I like to do a lot, just heavy on the inking, just, you know, so the white isn't showing through. Okay. And if it gets on the fabric, that's even a bonus, you know. We're just antiquing it. So I'm just going all the way around the edges with it. I should put a magazine or something, because this kind of makes a mess. I wind up getting ink everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way around. Just, and you can see where you go to. Just about there, you know, because the rest isn't going to show. So I'm just doing that, and then bending it like this a little, and getting the middle part here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that real quick. So, got this far, and got everything glued in. So I'm so glad when I come up with better ideas on camera for you guys, because it makes way more sense. Just go ahead and put the papers down first. Makes more sense. So go ahead and do that. And you can, oops, wow, I didn't mean to bump you guys, sorry. Just go ahead and you can fray your edges too. I just take it and just pull gently, you know. And keep this stuff. It's great. All this and your threads and stuff. That's what I did with that. Is you could do a little topper, which I'll show you on this one. We'll do it, and I'll show you how I did it. And it's just fun little toppers that you could put on top of your journaling tags and stuff. So I'll show you how to do that. So keep all this. Don't want to waste. Oops. I mean, honestly, look at this. This is like a rat's nest now. I probably should get rid of some of it, but I love all the colors. Like I got some cool different colors in it, and then some, you know. So yeah, I keep it all. Probably shouldn't keep all of it. You'll get overwhelmed, but okay. So I'm just going ahead and I'm going to fray some of this off here. And yeah, there we go. And then I'll meet you guys over at the sewing machine, and we're going to sew just down the middle, sew the pockets down, then just zigzag all the way around the edge of all of it. Okay? Now put it on your zigzag stitch. Oops. Okay. And we're going to start on one of the folds here. And I like to look on the inside so I see where I'm going with it. So just start back stitch at the beginning, and then just work your way all the way down the seams. I'm going to do that on this one, and over the pocket too. All right, so got it all sewn, and what I meant by catching the edge is you could just see the thread on the outer part. So you just do the needle on the outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, like that, all the way around it. Okay? And then there we go. And I'm just going to cut the extra thread off here, and let's see where we're at. Okay. And then you can just take it and fold it. Like this. Here, let's see. Another thread. Oh, threads all over the place. So get those all cut off. And I don't even know where this came from. It's not even the same color. I think it's part of the journal. I think it's part of the fabric here. Okay, so I've got it all cut. And then you got your fun little pockets. And then you just fold it. And then you can also take your bone folder and work it in. Okay. And I don't know, I think the stitching just gives it a cool effect. Yeah, I like that. All right. And then you can kind of work it a little bit. Just give it a little work around here. And the more you open and close it and work with it and do, you know, what you're going to do, it's going to break in. But as now, it's just going to want to kind of pop open. And my husband made a press for me, which is like 2 pieces of just wood, you know, like boards. And he put some screws in it and some nuts and bolts. And then I just tightened the nuts up and smash things in it, you know. And I did that last night with this one. And I smashed it pretty good, but let's see here. I mean, you're still going to kind of get some pop-up. It looks almost the same, even though I took it and just smashed it all night in the press. And I think just after using it for a while and working it, you know, it's going to not pop open as much. So, I mean, it's a little better. But anyway, so there's that. And I just love the material. Isn't it pretty? It's just so much fun. I love the tea and all the bee on it and the strawberry tea. And it's just pretty. And all the teacups have little flowers. This one has a paintbrush coming out of it. So it's just fun. And then butterflies in the background. I hope it's coming up on camera because it's just really pretty material. And my mom is like, she's a quilter and she's been doing it for years. And she sends me a bunch of, she's actually in Alaska. That's where I was raised and stuff. And I live in Oregon now with my husband, and his family's here and stuff. So we've been here like a while. And I've been up there a while, so half and half of my life. But she lives up there, and she sends me material that she has. And she gets it like from Joann's Fabrics. So that's a place to look. And then like quilting stores. She actually goes into like specialty shops and quilting places. So all my material I do use and my fabrics I use is you know, pretty much on the higher end. And it's just really soft and it's really nice. I love it. And it's just got the prettiest designs and stuff on it. And I love sharing it with you guys. And like I said, this will be in my Etsy shop. And I'll have, they're going to be a little different, but the same. So I don't know if I'm just going to sell one at a time. Or just say, you know, they're going to be a little different. Because I showed you guys the little journal on this one. Was this, and then I have another journal that I made, and it's a little bit different, so it looks like that. So I'm not sure how I'm going to sell them yet, but there will be 2, and I might just, when one sells, just put the other one on. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. But anyway, done yakking here. So where were we? We got this far, and now we're going to put the binding in, signatures. So what I did is I got everything. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, just 5. So I got 5 of those. And I'll have all the measurements and this is so cute with the little crocodile. I'll have all the measurements and all that stuff in my Etsy shop to tell you guys how much is in it. And this was fun. This is just a really cool tree scenery out of a magazine. And I took my glue and water mixture that I make. And I could post a link down below how I did it. And then just put a napkin over the top and just decoupage pretty much. So it's got a cool effect, like a leathery feel to it. And I do have a a video on how to take the shine out of magazine and book pages, and I'll put that link down below for you guys to come check it out. Yeah, so if you guys want to come see how to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and bind this in, and I have videos on how I do binding, so for this one I'm just going to do a time lapse and just get it in, and I'm going to put it like right here, so then you guys have some fun journaling spaces to do. So I'm going to get to that. It all bound in here, and the thing is when you cut this to size, just make sure that you have, again, like at least 1 millimeter here or so you can shut this side without having this fold up on you. So you want to make sure to have some space before the fold here. All right. So we got that, and I'm just loving this. I don't know if it's just me. I'd love to hear in the comments. Are you guys liking this? I think it's so cool, and it's just fun. It just reminds you of like a billfold, or, you know, like this would be great to stick in your purse. You can pop it in your purse, have your grocery list, or just whatever list, you know, that you have, that your to-do list and stuff like that, and then you have little pockets here to put your receipts, and I just love it. It's just like a fun little thing you could just pop in your purse and have it ready to go. Like, I mean, how fun is that? Okay, so now, real quick, I want to go ahead and show you guys what I was talking about with the all of our little leftovers here, leftover threads, and I'll just show you real quick, because this is going to come with it, and I thought it was cute, and it's got a journaling spot in the back here, and, you know, it's just going to stick in the little pocket like that. And then there you go. But let's decorate it. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what I did here. Need your stapler. Maybe I just glued that one. I think I just glued that one, but you can staple it. So I can show you both ways. So here. Well, I'll show you this way, since we only got one here. But what I did is just grab some of my thread out. Just whatever, you know. I think these would look good together. You got some colors in there. I love rainbow colors too. I like color. Okay. So I just kind of go like this. Make sure get some of the stuff that wants to come out. I mean, this is just like a little rat's nest here, but I just kind of make a little bow. Make a little bow like that, and then you could take it and just glue it down. You could take it and, you know, you can even do a wrap around here, like just wrap it around once like that, and then there you go. And then you could just glue it. Here, let's just go ahead and we'll just glue. So you take a little dot of glue. And I've been using this. This is my Fabrifix, but I just have it in a Sugar Bell icing. Here, I'll show you real quick. So then you just glue that top part down just to kind of secure it like that. And I'll show you real quick. That's the only glue I've been using this video. And it's a Sweet Sugar Bell, and I got it off of Amazon. And it's just an icing for icing cakes and stuff like that, but it's got a great metal tip. So if you just want a little bit to come out, it's perfect. Okay, so there. I just pop that around like that, and then turn it over. And we'll just do some glue on the back here. And voila. Just stick it wherever you want it. Wow, I put way too much glue, so don't do that part. But Here we go. This is why a wet wipe is nice, or a napkin or something. Gotta have something by you. There we go. And there you go. And you can let that hang as long as you want. You got yourself a little bow at the top. And you used up your threads, which instead of just throwing them in the trash, why not keep them and do clusters and stuff? And I do clusters and all kinds of stuff with it. And it's just a great addition to your junk journals. And it makes you feel good. You're not just throwing things away. So keep your threads. They're great. And if some of it comes undone and stuff, that's okay. That's okay. So here we go. So now what I like to do is go ahead and put it in backwards. But you got your journaling spots back here. Like that. And I like making them bigger so you can see them pop out the top. Okay, and then we just close it like this. Oh, here's something fun. Is you can take your threads. I don't want to make sure the glue is dry. I don't want to pull too hard. But you can take your threads and go like that. Close it. And then there you go. You have your threads coming down in the front. Okay. And then this is the other journal that I did. So I got to remember I will put this, and I'm going to try to, if I forget to put any links down, just ask me, and I will definitely put it down. But this is the, let me write it down real quick, mini junk journal. Okay. So for sure, I'll try to get this one down there for you guys. But this is just the other one. And this one has a little flap. So I show you guys how to do 2 different kinds here. And it's just got some fun ephemera that comes with it, and a little journaling spots, and just some craft paper, hand-dyed tape paper, some music papers that I avocado dyed, and there's some onion dyed, and then just some fun little interest pages. So it's just something fun. And this is just some like wrapping paper and handmade paper that I made. And it's got a little bit of flower, botanical stuff in it, and some thread, or a little rope I had in there, thrown in. And just the other side here, same thing, but the other side. So yeah, it's just some fun little interest pages. So there we go. And then some more journaling, stickers, some fun little stickers. So yeah. So that will come with one of them too. So there will be 2 of them. So either it'll be, and I think I'm just going to put one at a time in there. So when the first one sells, I'll go ahead and put this one in. So just, I don't like to, I want to make sure you guys know what you're getting. So, and these are a little different, So this one's fun to play with. And you got all kinds of little beads right here hanging. And so there we go. So what I do is I just take it, have it all together like this. And like I said, once you get it and work it a little bit and just, do your thing and just kind of work it in, it'll stay flatter too. Okay. And then I got some seam binding. So what I do is just put the little booklet on top, lay my seam binding out like that, and make sure it's kind of evenish. And then I just go ahead and tie it on. I'll just do it over to the side here. You can still see it, but like I said, I'll go ahead and get not this one, I think I'll do the other one. So there's this one that we did today, which turned out really pretty, I think. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. And then we have this one. So this one, I'll put this one in my shop first. This will be the one I put in. And it comes with this cute little one here. So, and I dyed the lace. Like I did all this with my avocado dyes and stuff. And yeah, everything's pretty much handmade and hand dyed and ready for your guys' use, You can have some fun with it. Put your own personal touches on it. And I always try to, I like doing naked journals, meaning, you know, the blank pages and stuff, so you guys can put your own twist on it and put your, you know, your own things in there. Sometimes I do little pockets with ephemeras and stuff, as you can see in the little ones. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And please, if you could, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting, guys. Have a great day.